Tonight, on the Mardi Gras edition of Newswatch, we catch up with what happens at Varieties.
We also find out what video games are doing besides distracting us from studying.
And we get an update from Hilton. Stay tuned for all this and more tonight on Newswatch 18. Good evening and welcome to the February 21st edition of Newswatch 18. I'm David Geiger.
And I'm Jane Morrison.
An on-campus showcase of student talent has its final round this Friday and Saturday. Andrew Schneider takes us behind the scenes of Varieties.
Varieties is an on-campus show developed and produced by students and has been a part of Iowa State University for more than 80 years.
I think there's just nothing else really like it on campus. It's so cool to be able to see student talent like that put together in one place, in one night, one show. I just don't think you can get that anywhere else.
Producer Brianna Hagwood said the committee has been working hard since September to get this year's show put together.
It's been really smooth this year. It's been a ton of fun. I love working with everyone. The co-chairs for the larger groups have been awesome to work with. They're all very talented, and I don't know how they do what they do, but it was an awesome show, and everyone did a really great job.
Preparations for the shows begin in the fall semester, including the selection of acts. But it isn't until showtime until the pressure really ramps up.
It's very hectic. I do a lot of running around all of the pairings and all the groups, making sure that everything's in line and making sure no one has questions or problems, just really whatever needs to be done.
Hagwood said that leading up to the show and during the performances, there's a big sense of nerves, but afterwards, there's a sense of relief.
Definitely a relief at how well everything went. I mean, you can put everything down on paper, but it's not the same as actually seeing it play out. And so even having the schedule all settled ahead of time, I didn't really know exactly how everything was going to play out, but it all worked really well.
Finals for Varieties 2012 will take place in the Great Hall of the MU on Friday the 24th and Saturday the 25th. For ISU TV, I'm Andrew Schneider.
Tickets are available in the M Shop at $10 for students and $12 for the public from 11 to 5 through Friday.
An ISU professor created the eyewitness identification techniques used in 40% of the U.S. law enforcement agencies. Professor Gary Wells studied eyewitness identification practices for over 35 years. He will discuss common eyewitness mistakes and how his practices improve them in a lecture on March 1st. The lecture will take place at 8 p.m. in the Memorial Union. Wells believes his research is an encouraging message about what social science has to offer in dealing with real-world problems.
If you are familiar with Super Mario or Call of Duty, then you might be into video games. Justin Houston and Jonathan Harris met up with a team of developers here at ISU who put a new twist into gaming.
Video games are a billion-dollar industry. Almost none of the most popular video games teach. A team at ISU is trying to bridge that gap.
My approach is like, let's do something totally different. Let's ignore those games and let's just do what will work the best, and let's discover ourselves.
Enter Metablast. Metablast is an educational game that takes place in the not-too-distant future. You, the player, must explore the microscopic world of a plant in hopes of solving a worldwide ecological crisis.
Almost everyone plays video games. How cool is it that you can learn biology, too?
The team of developers consists of undergraduate, graduate students, and staff members. Each member contributes to the game's overall progress. Will Schneller is the lead artist and finds it useful to draw off his own gaming experience.
Yeah, so definitely we have to look at what's out there and look beyond the educational and serious games categories to find out what kids are playing nowadays.
The game has received positive feedback from students and leaders who have tested the game and are excited to see more. While the game is still in production, Professor Wardle hopes it will lead to future innovations in education.
And I'm really hoping that this is going to lead to an effort on campus, actually, to use video games in education, and that it won't just be Metablast, but that other people will begin to develop games in the same way.
The team is very excited to see what doors Metablast will open for interactive education. One thing is for certain, the educational learning experience is about to enter a new world. For ISU TV, this is Justin Houston with Jonathan Harris.
The developers are hoping the educational game will make a mass effect in the industry.
The beloved Iowan Eagle, who is viewed by thousands on a popular YouTube stream, has laid 2 more eggs. The stream reports that the first egg was laid February 7th and the second on the 20th. Last year, 3 eggs were laid, and YouTube showed the early stages of these young birds. The stream itself has reached over 500,000 views.
The Iowa Department of Transportation has begun a new project that helps citizens remember to renew their driver's licenses. Citizens can sign up to receive email notifications a month before their driver's licenses expire. The Iowa DOT informs the public that this is not the only recent free service created. The public can now change their mailing address online as well as to check out their current driving record free of charge.
Steve Petty of Adair won the $1 million Powerball this past week during a lunch stop. He had been staying with his sick mother at the hospital when he went to Casey's to get a pizza. On a whim, Petty decided to buy 3 Powerball tickets. Petty claims to have spent no more than $20 the past year on lottery tickets. His purchase for this past Saturday's drawing proved to be worth the risk. Petty says that he plans on using the money to buy a new car and to secure his retirement.
Well, Meredith, I hear the Cyclones are having a big night in Hilton.
That's right, David. Women's basketball is taking on the Missouri Tigers. I'll have the update and more. Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Meredith Sprague with your sports update. Cyclone Gymnastics sure had something to be proud of last night after they defeated Southeast Missouri State. Iowa State achieved its highest overall score of the season, a 195.225. The Twister sisters won all 4 of the events, beating out their season average in both vault and bars. Not only did the team receive season-high scores, but so did many of the individuals. Standout competitors included senior Michelle Browning, who won all around with 39.275, and senior Celine Paulus, who took the title on vault and bars, 9.875 and 9.8 respectively. The Cyclones closed their home season at 2 p.m. this Sunday at Hilton Coliseum against Minnesota. The women's golf team finished 7th today at the Central District Invitational. The Cyclones were facing 15 teams, 11 of them ranked in the top 50 in the country. In the 3-round tournament, the Cyclones' score totaled 894, 12 strokes behind TCU, the tournament champion. Sophomore Zakarian Aniam finished 3rd with a 216, making this the best tournament of her career. Aniam broke her previous career low of 54, allowing for her 4th career top 10 showing. The Lady Cyclones will next take the green March 16th at the Clover Cup in Mesa, Arizona. Iowa State's men's basketball will host Big 12 opponent Texas Tech on Wednesday. Iowa State is 19-8 overall, 9-5 in the Big 12. Texas Tech is 8-18 overall, 1-13 in conference. If the Cyclones finish with a victory, this will be their 20th win of the season, usually the expected number for an NCAA tournament bid. Iowa State is currently tied for 3rd in the Big 12 standings and looks to win its 6th straight league home win. This will tally up to 10 total league wins, which has only been done 3 times in school history. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. and fans at home can catch the game on ESPNU. Women's basketball is currently taking on the Missouri Tigers at Hilton Coliseum right now. The score at half is 31-23, Missouri with the lead. If the Lady Cyclones can pull off the win, this will be its 6th win at home in a row, tallying to 13-2 at home total this season. Iowa State started its season 0-5 in league play and now sits in 5th place in the Big 12 with a 7-7 record. The Cyclones are shooting 23% from the field as a team, and Anna Prinz currently leads the Cyclones with 8 points. Iowa State fans can tune into a live blog at cyclones.com to follow the second half. That's all we have for sports. So, Matt, is there going to be rain tomorrow? How's it looking?
Well, we saw beautiful temperatures today. We saw the 40s, and we might have a chance for rain tomorrow in the forecast. I'll have all your weather coming up after the break. You're watching Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm meteorologist Matt Van Winkle here to take a look at your Ames weather. Saw 42 degrees in Ames today. Very nice temperatures for this time in February. 41 is actually our normal temperature, so we were just above that today. We were supposed to see a little bit of rain in your forecast today, but luckily we didn't see any, so that's something to look forward to. Coming up, we might see a little bit of rain tomorrow. 42 in Ames right now, actually. Might see a little bit of a chance for rain tomorrow, as I said, maybe even into tonight. 30% chance of rain in your forecast. We're seeing winds about 17 miles per hour coming out of the southeast, but you see those gusts at 25 miles per hour, making that 42 feel like about 35. So if you're heading outside, you may want to bring a jacket and bundle up. 30 in Storm Lake, 32 up in Waterloo, 32 down in Clarinda, 34 in Pella, 34 in the Quad Cities. So the rest of the state saw a little bit of rain today. Luckily, us here in Ainslie, we didn't see any rain. Looking ahead into tonight, might see a little bit of a chance for rain, as I said earlier. 33 right now, about a 30% chance of rain tomorrow. Looking into tomorrow, 42 degrees is going to be your high. Cloudy to sunny. Not going to be too bad out there. It's going to be a little bit cloudy, so it's going to be a little bit chilly, but that sun's going to start to come out and feel a little bit nicer. Looking ahead to your day planner tomorrow, 37 at midnight, 35 at 8 a.m., 41 at 3 p.m. Looking ahead to your 5-day, 42 degrees on Tuesday, 46 on Wednesday, 42 on Thursday, 34 on Friday, and 37 on Saturday. Now let's head back to the desk with David.
Today, the people of New Orleans closed down their city to celebrate Mardi Gras. This holiday began into the 1730s as ways for families to come together to celebrate Fat Tuesday. Before the 1875 Mardi Gras Act, Mardi Gras involved elegant balls and carriage processions centered around secret societies. While today it's still put on by town societies, Mardi Gras is best known for its endless parades and traditions such as the throwing of the beads. And that's all for tonight's Mardi Gras edition of Newswatch 18. Thanks for joining us.
Tune in tomorrow night at 8 for more news, weather, and sports. Have a good night.